that we've been having lately is that like they just can't seem to get anything right. Nothing right. And we go back to what last week we had the tweet about Idris Elba's birthday, and they called him Deadshot,
Deadshot.
which
Yep.
I was like, come on, man, come on.
That was WB UK too.
That was
like,
UK.
whoa.
And they've been the most decent out of all of them, and yet they managed to fuck that up. And the list goes on of all the fuck ups that they've done. And then came recently the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League, the physical copy, which is still unlisted. It still remains unlisted. And the fact that everyone knows it exists, and they still left it unlisted, that just shows pure arrogance. Because now they're just like, you know what? I don't care. Because you had to, like, by now, somebody had to have gone to a head of some division saying, hey, a lot of fans know about that video. Do you want us to? No, don't. I've been told not to list it. Who told you that? Don't worry about it. And then it goes up and up and up to the point where who knows how high it's gone. I'm sure it's gone to Toby Emmerich. Hey, they know about the video. I don't care. Just leave it unlisted.
Everything that anybody that still didn't believe that they didn't like Zack Snyder, now that kind of like puts the cherry on it.
And it's fire that Zack put that shit on Vero.
Oh, I love that he did that. He was like, hey guys, check this out.
Yeah.
I was
and it's still, to this day, it's not even listed. Now, Allie, I haven't had a chance to ask you about this. What was your take on the fact that they did not list that trailer for the physical copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League?
It's not surprising anymore, but it's just like, why? It's like, it's your product. Mm-hmm. Why don't you want to promote it? Like, you don't want people to buy it because why? You're still mad at the fans that it finally, like, it's out. It's on HBO Max. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's on hard copy. Like, everyone knows it's out there.
Yeah.
Like, just, if you're going to put it on don't put it on your YouTube channel at all then.
Yeah.
I feel like they just did it because they're like, oh, see here, we put it on the YouTube channel. We did. We put it on the YouTube. Didn't. The thing they did to promote it, but they still want to try to like not promote it at the same time.
And it's currently number one. It's currently number one.
Yeah, it's like, do they think that the fans forgot that we can go and buy it? We don't need a trailer. We don't need a trailer.
Right.
We know we're gonna go buy it anyway. But like, they're just salty. They're just so like, they hate Zack and the fans so much that's the stuff that they do.
That's
to show how much they hate us. Like, they hate us. They hate Zack. But then they're over here announcing shows for movies that are not coming out till next year, and it's like, I don't know. They just. But for the Snyderverse, it's like, oh, we gotta wait and see the reaction. We gotta wait and see the reaction. Yes, exactly. So
and shout out to Zeverfat who made this incredible art we have on the screen. But that's what we're living in, because right now we're still in the DC what the fuck, because nothing makes sense. Now look, I'm happy that we're getting these these Batman spinoffs from Matt Reeves' The Batman. I'm happy for that. I want to see how those turn out. I want to see how those kind of mature and kind of build that universe. Like, that's cool. Yeah. That's a step in the right direction. However, you have a large fan base that wants a certain product that you still are failing to give them because of pure
pettiness,
spite.
They
don't
arrogance.
Like us. They're just like, they're mad that they got exposed, and they blame the fans for it. It's like, it's their fault that all of this happened in the first place. So don't be mad at the fans who just noticed that the movie you gave us was completely not what you told us we were going to get. Like,
exactly.
If you want to be shady and do things like that to your fan base, well, don't be mad when truth comes out. Oh well.
Yeah. Like, own up to it. I don't understand why that's such a difficult thing to do for a couple of these cats. Yes. Like, John Berg, he came out and he was like, I messed up. You ain't heard shit from Joss Whedon. You ain't heard shit from Toby Emmerich. You ain't heard shit from Jeff Johns. You've heard shit from his crisis manager, but you ain't sure heard shit from him. But, it's really unfortunate that they continue to, like, even dilly-dally like this with other filmmakers. Like, I just saw today that WB assured Villeneuve that diminished box office revenues would not prohibit him from getting to make his Dune sequel on the assurance that it gets HBO Max subscriptions. I'm just like, really? No. You should give it to him because we're in the middle of a pandemic. That's why you should let him do the sequel.
Well, and it's like, why wouldn't you want to greenlight, a sequel to this? I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, obviously, but it looks fucking fire. I can't imagine putting this movie out there and them saying, we're just gonna do the one.
It's being shown off at TIFF right now. It showed at TIFF a couple days ago. and it's got nothing but great reviews.
It's that's all it's gotten, and that's another thing. How do you that director? How do you pitch that to him the way that you just said, Phil? Oh yes, but if it does go to HBO Max, we guarantee you we'll give you a sequel. Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Like how do you say that to Denis Villeneuve after he puts you on blast for putting his shit on HBO Max? The first, we'll give you a sequel as long as it does good on HBO Max. Like, you've got some toxic balls to do that.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then
that's
you got
not fair because it was their decision to do that whole dual release thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which I didn't think was a bad thing to do, but it's not fair to have those kind of like
stipulations.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The fine print.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then so we all learned about the fact that the trailer went unlisted, which was a fucked up move. I mean, clearly they were trying to not promote one of their own products in which they can make money off of. At least you could say that one of those home entertainment division can make money off of it, or the company as a whole. They chose not to. And look, at the end of the day, we're talking about a trailer. We're talking about one trailer on YouTube, right? But it goes to show you that even that, they wouldn't even list that and promote that to help drive sales. Isn't that what you're supposed to do as a company? Is that you're supposed to do whatever you can to drive sales. And instead of doing that, they chose not to because they wanted to bury that. Yeah. So obviously this was posted, and then they never got the green light to list the trailer. So now let's go to some breaking news. Now, Screen Rant released an article about this.
Yeah.
Pretty much putting them on blast, saying, hey, look, Warner Bros. Leaves Zack Snyder's Justice League Blu-ray trailer unlisted on their YouTube page, indicating that they may be actively trying to not promote the movie's home release. Which I was glad that this article got put out there, because you know what? It needs to be brought to light. Like, hey, look, everybody, they're not even trying to promote their own product. And on top of that, Ray Fisher also retweeted this, like, yeah, dude, check this out. Because, I mean, it goes to show you that this is how this company acts. It's absolutely ridiculous. And
is anybody, other than Andre, because he sounds surprised, is anybody surprised at this maneuver, at this, how they went about this?
No, it's not.
Because if you recall, after the
not surprised, but caught off guard a little.
Caught off guard.
I wasn't expecting.
So if you recall, and I said this last night, I believe on Ill's show. When did you see? And I posted on somebody's Twitter today or whatever. But when did you see Warner Brothers promote Zack Snyder's Justice League in the first damn place?
When they let it get leaked.
Yep.
So. They when you saw Subway, when you saw Fruit of the Loom, Hanes, when you saw there was other companies, TNT, TBS, all these other entities were promoting Zack Snyder's Justice, the Snyder Cut, right? They were all coming out in sort of favor of and whatever, and they were doing their little promotions or whatever. But you heard no promotion you heard from AT&T. You heard from HBO Max. You heard nothing from Warner Brothers Pictures.
Yeah.
Nada.
Except the UK.
The
UK is different. UK, they're two separate entities.
Their own division, yeah.
Yeah, they're their own division, but US Warner Brothers Pictures did not want to highlight that this was going to happen, that they didn't care. They were like, this is happening
behind this whatsoever. There was no
we're not putting any more.
Well, I guess a part of me thought like, well, this Blu-ray money is directly like pretty much going to be their money.
All they're doing is pocketing their thank you for the fans.
That's why I figured maybe something like this wouldn't happen, but
yeah.
I guess they're more worried about the long run, how it makes them look. Like.
Does anybody think?
No, dude, this kind of stuff.
If he was still under contract with WB, do you think it would be a little bit different right now? Seeing the fact that he's with Netflix, so they maybe just kind of said, "Screw you" in general, just in a hole now.
But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, they still make money off of the sales of those physical copies.
Yeah, so they make money.
Like I said,
they just don't have
to drive sales on product instead.
I think Neil was probably talking about the promotion of it. If he was still on the contract with WB, the promotion, I think they would have promoted it a bit more.
That's what I'm saying. What do you
but
think?
Yeah, he's not.
I think they're more worried about the long term with this is going to look
Right,
like
right. They
recovery
know.
if it blows
They know
up
that
and
people
makes
are
a
going
ton
to
of
forget.
money, you know.
Right. Yeah.
They're playing the long game, and they're trying to distract everyone with other, like the Penguin shit today. They're trying to distract people with all this extra stuff. Like, hey, here's a shiny nickel, guys. Look at that. You know, oh, here's something else. Look over there. And they're
shiny nickel.
That's what it is.
And then Ryan, what do you think about this comment here from RJ? He says,
Ridge.
they have other unlisted trailers for Blu-rays. It's not uncommon for WB, but removing the Snyder Cut stuff out of the equation, it's bad marketing for Blu-rays to unlist promo videos. He also goes on to say, I mean, why promote a physical release when they want to stay sub to HBO Max forever? Same reason they will never release
That is
Justice
true.
Gray on Blu-ray.
Justice League Gray,
That's
yeah.
true. They do
That
only
is
shoot
true.
people on HBO Max, but it's funny because they know that a lot of people signed up for HBO Max for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but they don't want to admit that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't
They
want.
don't.
That's why they're so like desperate for these other movies, like you're talking about Dune, to bring
I
in
do
HBO Max
think there's-
subscribers. I guarantee none of the movies that have come out before or after, well, maybe Wonder Woman 84 only, but
Maybe
after that, besides Zack Snyder's Justice League, I guarantee no other movies brought more subscribers than Zack Snyder's Justice League. And plus, they didn't want to credit fans that we signed up some of us signed up a long time ago
What the
just for the
announcement
Snyder Cut.
Even though they
You
put
know,
out their graph,
You
and
bring up a
tried
good
to
point, Ali,
pretend-
because they don't talk about, you know, the HBO Max original numbers. They only talk about their day and date release and how much
Yeah.
views
Sure.
they get, which is like, you know, cool. Mortal Kombat got,
Yeah.
you know, 5.5 million. Hoopity hoo ha.
Yeah.
You got, you know, what was the other one?
How do you spell that?
the best was when they put that graph out. I always said in the first place that they put Godzilla vs Kong at the end of March to try to whitewash the sub numbers from the Snyder
yes.
Cut. You know,
Oh,
what I mean?
yes.
And
Definitely.
then they tried to put out that graph, and the graph was for the month of March, and you've seen the upward incline at the end of the month. And then they had Godzilla vs Kong there, but Godzilla vs Kong came out the last day of the month. So they're like,
Yeah.
"What, you think all of this was because of 12 hours of it being on there? Is that you're
Yeah.
trying to say? Like, it's ridiculous."
Yeah.
And these numbers never lie.
And all the sheep are like, "Look, Godzilla vs Kong, look!" You know?
Of course.
And then here's an image right here from
Look at the
Amazon's bestseller.
Yeah.
Look, number one, Zack
Yep.
Snyder's Justice League in forecast, one I have right here behind
It's
me.
number 3 too, right?
Number 3
Number
and
three is the
number
Blu-ray, and then number
whatever
6
that is.
And the trilogy.
is the trilogy. And then we got number 13 it's
Yeah.
just a regular DVD. And look what's number 14 right next to it.
It's got 3
The-
spaces in the top.
The
10.
Suicide
That's nuts.
Squad.
Yeah, 3 spaces in the top 10.
And then you still got Wonder Woman 84 at the bottom. And look, on the bottom row down here, you got Wonder Woman 84 and you got Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, granted, these have been out for a while, and people have gotten their fair share of watching these two movies. There's not a lot of replay value in Wonder Woman 84, a little bit out of Kong versus Godzilla, because the fight scenes are pretty cool. But you
know what's
can see
funny?
here, everyone's buying this movie.
Yep.
You know what's funny is Wonder Woman 84 came out physically in, I think, May of this year, right?
Yes.
And it debuted in Christmas, so that's like 6 months. Well, the Suicide Squad came out in August. It's getting a
Yeah.
physical release in October. Pretty sure if we were in pre-pandemic times, that would indicate quite the
Failure.
turn. Yeah, that's the word I was looking
True.
for, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
It's just like this one right here. I mean, this one's sold, and this isn't new.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know, all he
Yeah.
did, he
Yeah.
added some IMAX shots, a couple IMAX, not even that much. And
I thought the whole thing
this-
was in like 4:3.
No.
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 only
Uh,
certain
it
shots.
switches.
Certain shots.
What he shot in 4:3 is in 4:3. What he shot in 16
Shot in
by
two.
9 is
Okay.
16 by 9.
16 by
Yep.
9.
The transition's good though. I like
Yes, it
that.
does.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know
Yes,
what?
it
You know
does.
what's cool is I bought the digital copy of the Ultimate Cut a few years ago, and I have it in my Microsoft movies on my Xbox, and it
there you go.
actually updated itself to the new one without me having to buy anything or
Oh, damn.
anything. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I went to watch it and was like, "Oh fuck!" Like that's cool as shit.
That's
Like,
rad.
What do you guys think about this comment here? And I think it's actually a pretty good comment that RJ has. He says, "I guarantee you, they will not restock the Snyder Cut Blu-rays.
He's
They
right.
will ensure that they make
He's right.
this as limited number of copies as they can. They'll cancel Blu-ray productions and make copies scarce." Do you guys think that's what WB would do with this movie?
It's
we're
definitely
we're not getting a
And-
steelbook either.
And yeah, I know. And like I was saying, last week, I don't like as media improves, I don't think they'll continue. I don't think that they'll go back into production, unless there's something in the contract that they have to do. They'll do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They won't go 8K or whatever, whatever the next stage is after 4K for consumers. They won't do it if they don't have to. They'll be like,
Exactly.
no, just let it die.
Well, and
I was
that's
honestly
why.
super- oh, go ahead, Andre.
Well, I'm saying, and that's why we're never going to get. Well, who knows? I shouldn't say never. That's why we're not getting at this moment Justice Gray on Blu-ray, because they're saying, oh well,
Not as
don't
long
give
as
him
this
that.
guy's in charge.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, don't give him that. I mean, we want him to subscribe to HBO Max, right? Yeah, so let's keep it on there. Don't give him that shit, because they want to keep making their own money.
And the other thing, I talked about this weekend is the fact that I've seen a lot of people, showing their copies of whatever hard copy. There's not a digital copy in there. No fucking
no digital code at all.
No, they're not going to do that because they want you to. If you're going to watch it digitally,
They want you to watch on HBO Max.
That one has digital code. That one
all
has
of
digital
them do.
code.
All of them
That
do.
one does not. Like they don't want it. They're like, no. You got to go watch HBO Max. The digital code's your credit card number you put in when you sign up. I got it. Thanks, Toby.
Put your numbers in.
Did you
Put
see
your
what I was
numbers
saying on my
in.
show
Don't forget
last
the
night
code in the
about
back.
Did you see what I was saying about the receipt from when I bought it? I don't know if you guys have checked your receipts out, but
It just
my
says BD.
receipt, it just says BD Blu-ray disc. Like it doesn't.
Really?
The barcode did not come up as like Zack Snyder's Justice League or an abbreviation
mine.
for it or anything.
That's kind of weird.
Like when I bought BVS, it said like BVS Ultimate Edition and everything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
receipts say what they are. That's how they track sales. And
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League rang up as like a blank Blu-ray, basically. Like it just said BD and then the price.
Dude,
Like,
I'm
so
kind of fucking.
I think the numbers are already being smudged. Like
I mean, at this point, the way that this company is being run,
Damn it! I don't
it just. What's that?
I said, damn it! I don't have the receipt. I'm supposed to. Like
I don't- I'll have to check if I have mine. I didn't look at that.
I mean, to me, this picture says it all right here about who's running this company and how the DC brand is being run by WB. And here it is right here. Boom.
Warner.
Because it's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? They're doing this, and shout out to Ryan for making this art. Ryan Zieberfett. You see a little logo in the corner.
Warner.
Warner.
Also, man, like with the steelbook, like mine shipped today. The Best Buy exclusive steelbook, like that was a debacle. Like you could pre-order that shit like almost 3 months ago.
Oh, there
And
is a
then all of
steelbook?
Yes. Best
Oh,
Buy
really? Oh,
exclusive,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't think they
But-
made one.
Yeah, they're hiding
Buy
the link.
exclusive.
They're hiding the link to buy it.
Yeah.
They're hiding the.
You could pre-order it, but then like it came out last Tuesday, and then on like that Monday, like late Monday night, you get an email from Best Buy saying you get a message from Best Buy saying that it's been delayed. And so somebody put on Twitter
Thank you.
I saw people talking about that. Yeah.
somebody
A
on
lot of
Twitter
people just
they-
got their pre-orders canceled altogether.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Kinky Sphincter, who got his like ran over by a truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, well, that was
Down, I was
Toby.
like,
Toby was like,
holy Hold on. I got this one.
Somebody actually took it upon themselves to go in there and talk to the manager at Best Buy and ask about it. So he called and the company that produces them were like, yeah, we didn't think there'd be this big a demand for it, so that's why we didn't make them. I was like, cool.
Oh,
Damn.
God.
You know,
You want to keep
Yeah.
telling yourselves that. Like,
Again, that
know.
goes to show you that like
you know how many pre-orders you have. Like that's
Exactly.
a number. That's an actual factual.
Yeah.
That's probably why people's are getting canceled, so they don't look like assholes when they see how many didn't get fulfilled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it was his friends. What's up, Kinky? He was a member of the channel. He was like,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
mine. It was my friend's. Mine came in perfect.
Yo,
Hey, do me a
Alright.
favor, Kinky. If you have that image, DM it to me, and then I'm gonna pull it up to show how bad it looked. It was. I swear, to God, it was like a
Yeah, it looked
pancake.
pretty bad.
It was
yeah,
like a.
it was.
What,
it
like
was
from
huge.
UPS or something, messing it up?
I have no
mine
idea
was
what the hell
shipping
happened.
FedEx, so maybe it was.
That
it was-
seriously happened. Oh,
And guys, look, RJ's right. We have Ethan Hawke and Bat Wheels. Like, what the fuck,
boy, don't-
What is Ethan Hawke like the Batmobile? Like,
dude?
No,
I swear-
that's
Oh, he's
the
Batman.
new Batman. He's
oh
Batman.
god.
He's gonna voice Batman.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't bother me.
And then they got another
it's
Robin?
A show for kids.
You know, he probably walked
Yeah,
into
it's
WB
a
and was
kids
like,
movie, yeah,
he probably walked into WB and was like, yeah, I want to be Batman, but I don't want to put on a suit. And they were like,
well, we got this project.
we got Bat Wheels, and he was like, sure.
Sure.
No, I mean, I do think for little kids it could potentially be something cool. You know, like
it's for
something,
kids.
something on a
that's
Disney
fine.
level,
Look,
but
look,
like
that's
you
for
know,
kids.
in DC, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like the Aquaman show coming out, the cartoon.
Oh God, shut up!
It's for kids.
my daughter ain't watching that.
Alex,
Why would you bring that up?
Get out of here with that. Please.
Yeah,
Aquaman
I'm
series.
sorry.
All I can say about the Aquaman series is this.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
You are absolutely right.
We don't
with
care.
that. Oh
We
my
don't care.
gosh! Yeah,
care.
no, it's horrible.
And then there was this. So Warner Bros. Put out this tweet today talking about Cry Macho. It's a new movie coming out, directed and starring by Clint Eastwood, right? And so then they're like, okay. And it says only available to ad-free streaming on the U.S. 31 days. And then Uche decided to say, hey, are you guys going to actually promote Zack Snyder's Justice League home release? You have the trailer for the Blu-ray as unlisted. Care to explain why? Which I thought was really cool. I was like, hey, there you go. I mean, taking nothing away from this movie. Like, I actually want to watch this movie. But I like how he called them out. He was like, dude, what the hell?
You scroll
It's
down,
bullshit.
you see Nicotina's comment, which was
Boom! And everyone's like, ah, oh, look, there it is right there. So let's see where it's at now. Oh, shit.
Now we're the cultists. We're
the cultists. Yeah,
Yeah.
here we go. Here it comes. Okay, so here is that trailer right here, which I'm not going to play. So
it's over
where's that?
100,000.
Past
105,000.
105.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think
15,000.
they finally made it listed, right? Or is it still unlisted?
No, it's still
Still
on
says
the
unlisted
No, it's
right
still
there.
right here.
Unlisted, and it's
Unlisted.
100,000. That's great.
100,000. So this is what we're going to do, you guys. Everyone in the chat, everyone watching at home, or if you're watching this later on as well, I just posted the link for it in the chat. You guys click on this, watch this for at least 30 seconds so it gets a view, and drop a like as well. Fuck Warner Brothers, man. They got to know, hey, look, there's over 105 views on an unlisted video. Like, what the hell?
It's probably like a record by now. Like,
Oh yeah.
come on. See?
I mean, you're telling me that when they saw this, they were like, oh,
And
God, I
it
hate
needs
that.
to be brought, it needs to be brought to Zaslav and Discovery's attention too. And that's why I don't have a beef with anybody like bombing another trailer or something right now.
Bombing
because
another trailer.
It needs to. It needs to be brought to to their attention. Like they can't just get
does.
away with it.
Yeah.
It
They
absolutely does.
insist on sabotaging Zack Snyder's Justice League to like in any way that they can.
They
Like,
just want to
you
try
get
and
it.
prove that it was a
Yeah.
failure, like the theatrical cut. And it's like, no, the
Yeah.
failure on that end is your fault.
It's
Yeah.
This
Exactly.
is not a failure, and they keep trying to spin it that it is. And it's like, okay, good luck.
They're like, yeah,
And-
but
and
we
you
got
could
King
You
Shark
could argue
over
the
here.
same about BVS too, with all the
Yeah.
things, all the reasons they wanted to change after BVS. It was really their fault why it got the bad reviews and all that shit. Because a lot of those critics changed their opinion after the Ultimate Cut was seen. You know.
Yep.
Okay, so I just pinned the link in the chat.
There you
so
go.
guys, if
Let's
you can,
go.
tap on that link, watch the trailer, let it play in the background, and drop a like on that. It's bullshit that it's unlisted.
And share.
It really is. And share it.
Share that shit.
Batman is probably correct.
Where's your bullshit drop?
I would
Oh,
dare say
my
on
bullshit
this
drop?
one, they gave it
Bullshit.
more attention.
This is bullshit.
And that's what it is. So here's that image I was telling you guys about. So here is the image of the Justice League Steelbook.
Pancake edition.
Ooh.
Oh my
Holy
Yeah, who just
Look at those eyes.
hey, who just said
Oh my God!
yeah, who just
They're
said
like, there's
pancake
nothing wrong
edition,
with that. The disc is flat.
It's in a steel book. What do
It's supposed
you
to be
expect?
steel.
It's
Yeah.
It's the
protected.
pancake edition. Come on.
man?
Damn.
Oh, that was you. That was you, Phil. He said
Damn.
pancake.
That-
Dude, look at the box.
If you look
The
at
bo-
it,
it
those
literally
are the
looks
tire
ran
marks. Those are the tire marks from Toby's
With
truck.
Were the Blu-rays still okay?
Yeah, it's still
It is-
wrapped though. It's
So
still
Ryan-
wrapped.
Ryan is so conspiratorial. He truly thinks that Toby Emmerich walked out to Amazon one day and said, "Hey, give me that
Yeah.
box.
Give me that.
I'm
right here.
gonna run that shit over because I know it's got a steelbook in there."
I think,
Yeah,
I
totally
think
happened.
the discs were good, but I think when you buy a steel book, it's not particularly for what's inside. It's because it's the steelbook is fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's for the collection. It's
Yeah.
This
It's
is
a
the saddest
collection,
thing
yeah.
I've
You
ever
definitely have to
seen.
keep that
The
though.
Flat Earth edition, dude.
The flat Earth.
Damn.
But the thing is, it's still wrapped. It's still wrapped in
Look at
plastic.
the box. I would be nervous to open
I'd be
a
like,
box.
what
Yeah.
the
See, the
I'd be
top corner's all bent out.
Devastated if I saw that.
I'd
Yeah.
be like, wow, dude.
I'd be
really?
making phone calls. I'd be miffed.
Oh,
The
yeah,
only
I'm
problem
pissed.
is that the steelbook is so limited that it's not like
Yeah.
whoever you had to get it from Best Buy. It's exclusive. Best Buy probably can't readily just refill your order because
Mhm.
they're
It's like
limited.
East Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
I
point
would
of having
imagine-
something for pre-order if you can't fulfill it?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
they're
telling
like,
you,
oh,
that's what
we
I'm
didn't think you're
saying.
gonna ask
That's
for
what
that
I'm saying.
many.
That excuses they gave that they weren't prepared for that. I was like, yo, you know how many people pre-ordered it?
Yeah.
Like the
the
pre-order sold
point.
out. At
It's all a
certain point.
scam. It's total
Yeah.
bullshit.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point of having pre-orders.
This
Is so
hurts.
you know how many to make.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that when you contract somebody like to make these, you're like, hey, there's going to be a high demand for it. We're estimating this many will be sold. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll make our
Make
production
more
based
then.
on these projections.
Yeah.
And so they told them, like, oh, just make 5,000, whatever. It's no one's going to know. And
And
then
that's
it took off, and they're like, oh crap, what do we do? I guess we got to make it. We ran out of steel. Oh.
Steal.
I don't get it.